Okay, guys, I'm here with Becky Candy, who is one of our fantastic hairdresser coaches. And she's going to tell you a little bit more about her role and what she does and everything else. But, I thought it would be quite good to talk to one of our coaches because a lot of people say to me that I'm really interested in being a coach. I like the idea, but I'd like to talk to maybe one of the other coaches that has actually done something with it or knows what they're doing, and just get some feel of how experienced they are. So, hi, Becky. How you doing?
I'm all right, Alan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We're in the offices here, so there's some background noise, but I'm sure we can sort of fight through that. That's cool. Listen, first of all, how long have you been a coach now?
So I've been a coach for coming up 5 months.
So 5 months, and so that's so. When you first sort of heard about fantastic hairdresser coaching and the concept of it, and so on. What was it that sort of attracted you, first of all, to think, that sounds like that's for me, or that sounds interesting, or whatever? What was it that attracted you first?
The fantastic hairdresser for me has always been something that I have followed. I love. I believe in everything to do with how you teach things and how you make people think about things. So when I saw about the coaching, I'd had a bit of a difficult time actually the previous year to that, and then I sort of saw this and thought, if I can inspire or help or motivate anybody, even a fraction of how much the fantastic hairdresser has done for me, then it's for me.
Oh, cool. That's lovely. That's nice to hear from our point of view. But and I think it there's something about us hairdressers, isn't there? we just love helping people. And we do it in our chair every day. And I know sometimes people say to me, do you miss when I was a hairdresser? Do you miss being in the salon? Do you miss the hairdresser being a hairdresser? And I say, to me, it's not about missing it, because what I loved about being a hairdresser was making people feel fantastic. And I just still do that. I do that in a different way. And it's nice that for you was one of the initial things that attracted you to it. Now, when you sort of look at your life, you're a salon owner, your family, and so on. How on earth do you manage to fit something like this in? I mean, because I think that's a question we get asked all the time. I know the answer because I know how flexible it is, but I think it's important for someone to hear from you that, someone who's running a business and has a family, I hear it all the time, but I haven't got time. But what I love about you, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, is because you're absolutely exactly what coaching was created for. Was that person that, look, I love my business, I love my family, obviously, but I just want some other challenges. But I think it's quite interesting for people to think, well, how do you fit that in?
Oh, okay. So the one of the things that made me be a coach as well is because I was pregnant with my second daughter. With my first daughter, I only had 3 weeks off after having her. Came straight back to the salon, straight back on the shop floor. I absolutely adore hairdressing. I love it so much. But I felt like I missed out a lot with her because I came straight back to the shop floor. So when I had my second daughter, I knew that I didn't want to, and I wasn't going to allow myself to get back into being on the shop floor. So I wanted something else, something more. So the coaching has allowed me to still work within the industry, helping people, making people feel better as a salon owner, but I fit it in when I want to fit it in. So I do it when my eldest daughter is at school, so I work within school times. I can do it in an evening if I need to with a client or a salon owner. If once they've both gone to bed, I can do an hour then, an hour's phone call. I really make it work for me as opposed to working with clients all day, every day behind the chair. So I find that I tend to do a couple of days a week coaching. So a morning appointment and an afternoon appointment. And it really does fit around my life so much better than going to the salon and working in the salon every day. I still do that, but I do it 2 days a week. So the rest of the time is my time, and then I do my coaching when I want to within that time. So
great. I mean, it's quite interesting when I speak to people about that in all different things, is that what a lot of people say is that when you have something like the coaching or whatever as 1 or 2 days a week away from the salon, it actually keeps you fresher when you're in the salon.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's because at times, as much as we all love this job, it can grind you down a bit. Running the business, the clients, and everything else. And I think sometimes just have a day or a couple of days when you're focusing on something else, still something you love, still something connected. It actually makes you fresher when you get back to the salon for those 3 days.
It does, and I think talking to other salon owners as well has helped me massively, because I feel like what other salon owners are going through, I go through. So I know what they're saying, and I know how they're feeling about things, and I have been through some of the feelings that they've got, and I've also not been through some of the feelings that they're experiencing. So for me, it's helped me with my salon. It's helped me I feel much more confident as a salon owner. I feel like I know my direction so much more now, and that is all through the coaching.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting, because I think it's something that sometimes I always talk about is that, and I mean this respectfully, by the way, but there's a lot of people out there that do what I do, but they do it from a pure freelance basis. And I think that's great, but I still have the bills to pay. I'm running a business. You know, I'm running a company. It might not be a salon, but I'm still running a business. I've still got staff to pay, the bills to pay, the issues, the challenges, whatever. And I always think that keeps me grounded. And it means that when I'm giving business advice, I get it. And it doesn't even have to be a salon, but I think when you actually are running a business and you understand business, it helps you to help them. But it's really interesting. You're right. You get so much back the other way, and helping you. What does it feel like to be a part of the Fantastic Hairdresser family, with all the other coaches, linked into us, and the opportunities you get and things like that? What does that mean to you?
It's huge. It really is huge. Like I said before, my respect that I've got for the Fantastic Hairdresser has been there since day one. You know, I've followed everything that you do. My team are all fully behind it. We love to be the Fantastic Hairdresser. And for me to be able to have you there, or Sam, or Jess, and the other coaches as well, because there might be something that's happening in my salon that I need help with, and I have got a bank of people there that I can get in touch with and say help. Or when I'm coaching another salon as well, if there's something there that I don't know the answer to, or I can't help them, there is somebody within the coaching group that can help. So I've always got somebody holding my hand. So I feel like I'm being coached as well as coaching other people. It's amazing. It's incredible. And the opportunities that we get now as well is just, it's a dream. It is a dream.
Oh, that's cool. That's brilliant. I mean, it's something that I wanted. I think it's quite interesting as well. You know, it actually hasn't even occurred to me till you said it, but each of you that are salon owners that are a coach, you've actually got 15 coaches working with you as well, because you all help each other in different ways. And that's actually quite cool. I was actually talking to someone who has wanted to be a business coach in the industry for a while, but actually almost didn't have the confidence of knowing that they knew what they were talking about and they were good, but almost like, but what if I get asked questions? What if there's areas I don't know? What if I get taken into it? And I think that for me is one of the things that being a Fantastic Hairdresser coach is against just being a coach, a business coach in the industry on your own. I think that's the big plus, is that you've got this support network in those areas where you may not be feeling confident, or you may be stretched beyond your own limits. You're always going to have us behind you.
Yeah, and I think if you think back to when I was doing the training for the coaching, that was exactly how I felt. I felt like I needed to know every answer to every question that I was ever going to be faced with.
Yeah.
And you can't, it's impossible. That's totally impossible. But what I do know, after having been taught by you, is that if I don't know the answer, I can find it. And I have got so many other people that I can ask. And I've also got friends now that I'm coaching salon owners, and they're becoming more of a friend. So I've missed a call with one of my salons this week, and I feel like I've not had a chat with my friend, because because I speak to her every week, and we do contact each other via WhatsApp as well in the meantime, and she feels the same, and she knows that I'm there if she needs me in the meantime. She knows that I'm there, And that for me is incredible, because I'm holding her hand, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
I
amazing.
mean, that's great. And that, as I said, that's so many of the things you're talking about there is what I wanted you guys to get from Fantastic Hairdresser Coaching. Let's just cut now, though, to, I mean, that's lovely. It's fab. And it's to me, I'll ask that question again. So we can cut this in. That's brilliant. That's fab. And it's so much of what I wanted you guys to be getting from the coaching. But let's cut to the chase, though. As lovely as that is it worth it financially for you? You know, it's great, but, you know, is it worth it financially for you? I mean, for example, you know, 5 months, are you getting a return on your investment yet? Have you yet? Is it in the next, is it coming soon? You know, how is it working financially for you?
So financially for me, it's what I've earned so far with the coaching has paid for the course, and it's paid for all the travel and the hotels and everything that I invested initially. So anything moving forward now is profit. The thing that I do like about the coaching is that the only thing that I need is my phone and my computer, and I can do it from anywhere. So, yeah. You know, if I want to go away for a fortnight, because I do miss work, I'm a bit of a workaholic, but if I want to go away, I can still do my calls with my customers. You know, I can do it from anywhere, and that is the flexibility of that is exactly what I wanted to do it for. Financially wise, I can make a lot more doing coaching than I can doing hair behind the chair. So again, it's me doing what I love to do, but in a totally different way, and making money.
Okay, let me just confirm that, because that's really important. In 5 months, you're getting a return on investment. You've paid your investment, so from now on, it becomes, you actually start getting a return on investment. But equally, that's not 5 days a week, you know, 10 hours a day.
No, it's literally, I do a Tuesday afternoon and I do a Wednesday, and that's it.
Wow. And I think, you know, again, what I love about what we've created here with Fantastic Hairdresser Coaching is that flexibility, that if you want to spend a few hours a week, or if you want to spend a few days a week, it's entirely up to you. And obviously, you know, if it's a few hours, you're going to earn less, and so on. That makes sense. But I think you've got that flexibility. And of course, the other thing that's great, because it's online coaching, as you said, you can do it from anywhere, but also it means your customers can be anywhere. You've got customers in Ireland, haven't you?
I've got customers in Ireland. I've got customers that fly off to Spain, who still have the calls while they're in Spain. I've got customers that, you know, while they're not at work and they go away with their children at Easter or on holiday, they still do the call. And it's flexible for me, it's flexible for them. We can fit it in wherever and whenever we need to.
Cool, that's brilliant. Okay, I say just 2 seconds. I just want to check on some of these other. I think you've probably covered everything. Okay, I've just got one closing question then. Okay, listen, Becky, obviously it's working for you, and that's fab. That makes me feel great, as something, you know, we created here. Obviously, you know, listen, it's business. We've created for ourselves, but you know, at Fantastic Hairdresser, we're always trying to create things for our customers to support. You know, we've always seen ourselves as a company that supports you. Now, we're a company, we're not a charity, we've still got to make money, but we always do everything we can to try and make sure that it supports you. And everything you're saying there just is brilliant, makes me feel great. What would you say to bing, lift right? Just the most important thing. Okay. What would you say to someone who's thinking about becoming a fantastic coach?
I would say do it. Absolutely, definitely do it. If you are wanting more flexibility, if you're wanting some freedom, if you love the industry, if you anything to do with you wanting to be that little bit more flexible and to help other people, just do it. I signed up for the course, and once I'd signed up, I sort of doubted it a little bit again because of everything that you said before about should I know everything? Have I got enough experience behind me? You don't need that. You just need to get on the course, get it done, and you've got so much access to information for you, for your customers, and for anybody.
Yeah, no, we're very. I'm over the moon. As I say, assuming what you said all there was true and authentic, that made my day, because it's not always easy, as you know, running any business. And so on. We all have the challenges and troubles and whatever. But to know that we're creating stuff that is giving you that much pleasure and money and security, that makes me feel fat. You've made my day.
Thanks. Well, it is all true. It is true. It's one of them things that you have always wanted to do, but never known how or where, or, am I going to be supported? And I do genuinely feel like I am supported.
Good.
And I messaged Sam the other day and said I could do a chat, and she's like, well, I'm on holiday. Do you need me now? And I was like, no, I don't need you now. You enjoy your holiday. But I know that if I really did need her, she'd be there.
Yeah.
And how else are you ever going to get that? As a salon owner, it's very, very lonely. And I could have probably done with this a few years ago when my husband had his heart attack, because that's something that I needed then. And I didn't have anybody or anywhere to go. It was just solely me. And that's why I went into it, because other people will need that.
And to be able to give that to people is great. And I think the interesting thing is that, as I said, I actually do think we've got some challenging times coming up in the world in the next couple of years. And you've heard this story before, I'm sure, but I always talk about the urban myth about the 2 shoe salespeople in Africa. One shoe salesperson in Africa emailed back to his company saying, "I'm coming home, nobody wears shoes." Another one emailed back saying, "Send shoes, nobody wears shoes."
Yeah.
And it's just a great, lovely little urban myth in terms of how you view things and how you see things. And some people go, "Oh God, we've got some challenging times." And I'm like, "Hey, you're a coach, fantastic."
Yeah, well, brilliant.
Yeah, people are going to need help more than ever. So I think we've hit it. I think we're just hitting it at the right time for you. Cool. All right, listen, I'll let you get back to whatever it is you're up to. And thanks so much. And if I don't see you before, I guess it's Inspirational Minds.
Yay! I can't wait. I'm excited.
You got some of your team coming as well? Or?
All of them, yeah. All of them are
brilliant.
coming.
Seen the golden ticket?
Yeah, I need a golden ticket.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. All the speakers as well. Everybody that's going to be there is it's like going to see all your favourite pop bands all in one place all at the same. It's going to be absolutely incredible.
No, but I just think that golden ticket, whoever wins that, I mean, it's literally, it's quite amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Becky. It's brilliant. And really looking forward to even more success for you as a fantastic hairdresser coach.
Yeah, definitely.